So at the end of the first quarter, we have the Mayo Spartans 11, the John Marshall Rockets 10, and we'll give you a rundown of the scoring here.
Pretty exciting game so far. It's been pretty fast-paced. Rockets started off with a little lead there, but it's real close now.
So as we look across, we'll go with the John Marshall Rockets scorers first. Mark Lovelace hit 1 3-pointer. Brett Curtis with 2 free throws. Mark Swenson with a 3-pointer and a field goal for 5. And that adds up to the 10 points for the John Marshall Rockets.
Let's see, Pat O'Hare hit a 3 there and had another 2-pointer, so he's got 5. Matt Smolt got a 2-pointer there. Jules Jones has hit one free throw. And Joe Brecky's got, oh no, George Restovich has got 1 there.
So it must have been George Restovich with a field goal.
And Jules with 2 because he had the reverse layup, if you remember.
That's right, that's what it must have been. So 11 points for the Spartans, and we move to the second quarter now. Mayo took their first lead in this game at 2 minutes left in the first quarter when they went ahead 10-8. Smolt now passes outside to Restovich. Restovich drives back, passes to Jules Jones. He's up, lets off a low shot. Mensick with the rebound, throws it back out, which is a smart place to play at that point because everyone was underneath. Restovich inside to Jones, tipped out of bounds, and they give it to the John Marshall Rockets. Looked like it was tipped out there by the Rockets, but the ref saw it differently. That's referee Ron Groth, and the other referee is Ron Brannon, something like that. So now down low is number 40, Swenson, and he throws it up and in.
Swenson hitting another 2 there. He's a big scorer.
So the lead goes back to the John Marshall Rockets now. George Restovich bringing the ball down for the Spartans. Passes to Jules Jones, wide open, up and in. So quickly across the center line is Mark Lovelace for the Rockets. Over to Solheim, over to Hurt, over to Swenson now, up.
Again for Swenson. Swenson is tied for 3rd in the Big Nine scoring. He's averaging 17 points a game.
So Kiefer doesn't like it. He wants to reset his lineup here in the second quarter as Swenson comes out, fires in 2 field goals right away. 1 for Jules Jones, and the Rockets have the lead by 1. So how do you feel so far about the rhythm of this game for the Spartans, John?
Well, it's really fast-paced. I guess Kiefer likes it, although they're bringing it down a couple times, and Matt Smoltz slows it up, but they're playing their game right now. Both teams haven't really given in to the other one. They're kind of doing what they want right now, which probably will, slowing it down like that it helps out in Mayo's favor sometimes.
Yeah, I would think that with the strength that John Marshall has shown this year, if they can wear down the Spartans, that might be a factor in the game.
It's true.
As far as playing with emotion, who knows how that affects your endurance throughout a game like this in a crosstown rival matchup.
Spartans have been fighting for those rebounds. They're 2nd in the Big Nine with 31.
So Mensick
32.
now. Mensick throws it in for the Spartans. That'll be Restovich now bringing it ahead. Restovich to the 3-point line, passes to Smolt. Guarded there by a new player in the game, number 10 for the Rockets. That's Tate Anderson. Mensick dribbles across, guarded by Hurt. Passes back to Restovich. Restovich goes baseline, throws it to Jules Jones. He goes up, tries to draw the foul, does not get it. And Solheim up with the rebound. And now ahead, Tate Anderson passes to Solheim. Solheim down low. And that's number 32, Brett Curtis, with 2 points for the Rockets.
Jules Jones losing his footing there, kind of trying to get the charge. And then Solheim ran right up and got the 2.
So the Rockets now with a 3-point lead. And there's 5:57 now remaining here in the second quarter.
Solheim just a sophomore.
Down low to Matt Smolt, up and in. Beautiful play there by Brian Mensick at the kind of the alley-oop. Smolt didn't jam it, but he probably could have. So Smolt gets the Spartans back to within 1. Shot up and off, and a rebound to number 55, Eric Fritchie. And the Spartans will bring it up now. That's Matt Smolt with the ball, and up off the bench is Ignacio Verdejo and Pat O'Hare now. Inside to Mensick, up and in. Mensick draws the foul on the shot, and the foul is called on Ryan Hurt, and that'll be his second, and the team's sixth rather. So one more for the Rockets, and the Mayo Spartans will go into the bonus. And there's still 5:24 remaining here in the first half. Ball out of bounds, it'll go to the Rockets.
Since he couldn't get that one to drop.
That's kind of amazing that all of a sudden through a crowd he goes up and the two-pointer falls, and then you get the extra one and nobody's guarding you and it doesn't fall.
Little tension.
So outside now to Swenson, three-point land, gets half the donut but no coffee, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Spartan ball rather. 5:06 remaining. The Mayo Spartans have a 1-point lead now, 17-16 as you can see. Special thanks to Mark Condon for showing up tonight to do the character generation. And Tony Condon, his brother, is the technical director. Camera people Camilo Pineda and Joanna McLaughlin from the John Marshall Television 2 class. And John Karish here doing the color commentary from Television 2 class at Mayo High School.
Mensick for two.
Brian Mensick throws up a 16, 17-footer. And Swenson throws one up, but there's a foul on Ignacio Verdejo.
Ignacio fights for those rebounds. He likes to get them. Not grabs a whole lot of game, but he sure does fight for them.
That'll be his second foul with 4:32 remaining here in the first half. Special thanks goes out to the technical repair staff for the Rochester Public Schools. They work out of the Maintenance Services Building for their help in getting this live broadcast out tonight. Kurt Getzman, Darren Bauer, Art Pavlish, Dave Ginther, Tom Lemke. Those five guys were key to the success of this broadcast. So up inside now, that was number 34, I believe, Brett Curtis.
Nope, 34.
Craig Sears, rather.
Sears.
And a foul down low on the Rockets. And that'll be on number 40, Mark Swenson, his first, and the team's seventh. So the Spartans now will go into the 1-and-1 situation. Brian Mensick will go to line for the 1-and-1. And I would think, John, if the Spartans are within, 1 or 2 points throughout this game, they feel they have a chance they might be able to win this game.
That's right.
If they drop off,
it's hard to catch up with these Rockets. They're so fast and they're just such a quick, powerful team. They got to keep it close if they're going to be in contention in the fourth quarter.
Mensick misses the first of the 1-and-1. The Spartans, however, have 4 team fouls only, so they're looking pretty good at this point, but anything can happen in high school ball. And Mensick puts up the second one and he sinks it. So Sears now passes out to Lovelace. Lovelace guarded by Matt Smolt there now. Over to Hurt. Hurt throws it inside to Curtis. Curtis, off-balance shot. Nice shot up and in for Curtis.
Pure power fighting his way up there for that too.
So O'Hare now brings it up across center court, and Lovelace knocks it out of bounds from behind. O'Hare didn't know he was there, and the ball went out of bounds off Lovelace, so it'll be Spartan ball. O'Hare throws it into Smolt. Smolt guarded by Lovelace now. Ahead to Jules Jones. Jules looks to pass. Now brings it into the paint. Back to Rustovich. Two-pointer.
Oh.
String music for George Rustovich.
Boom, did Rustovich. She just popped and shot that one.
There's times when you see the net go up, when it's through, it's just beautiful. No rim at all. Ryan Hurt, he gets some iron, but he gets a lot of string too. So Ryan Hurt answers Rustovich's basket.
Score now 22-22.
And 3:15 remaining now here in the first half. Ooh. Matt Smolt goes in hard to the bench right at the feet of Coach Jeff Wells, and
Smolt's a hard worker trying to save that ball from going out of bounds.
That's right. So now Sears throws it in to Mark Lovelace, who brings it ahead for the Rockets and sets it up once again. Sears with the ball now. Looks back to Lovelace. Check that, Hurt over to Lovelace now. Lovelace inside to Curtis. Curtis back to Lovelace. Lovelace over to Sears. Sears back outside to Lovelace. Lovelace over to Conant. Conant to Sears. Sears to Lovelace. Guarded by Matt Smolt. Back to Curtis at the top of the key. He'll fire it. Two-pointer.
In and out.
Gets the donut, but no coffee. And now Matt Smolt will bring it ahead for the Spartans. 22-22 with 2:22 remaining on the clock now.
Big
in
George
the first half.
fights his way up for two. Big George Restovich.
Sheet of glass, half the coffee, and the donut too. Half the donut rather, and the coffee too.
Like Brett Curtis there.
So Restovich with two, and then Curtis answers.
Restovich drives again. Oh! And he hits nothing but net on that one. Restovich is really getting into a swing here.
Tingling the twine
He's
from
on fire.
just inside the 19-9 mark, which is three-point range. Lovelace inside.
Big rejection by Jules Jones.
And Jones goes right into the face of Conant, and Jones better watch it. This is what happened last time.
That's what happened last
Jones
time.
likes to intimidate, but
Jules is he's a big fighter.
so Jules Jones gets his first foul, and he went right into the face of Conant.
Jules talks the stuff during the games. He's all over there. He speaks his mind.
Anything to get into the other player's mind and make him think.
He's trying to intimidate him all the time.
So Jules Jones goes out and sits down along with, or next to rather, Ignacio Verdejo and Troy Blizzard. And out on the floor now for the Spartans. As Conant hits the first one for the Rockets is O'Hare, Restovich, Smolt, Mensink, and Fritchie.
Oh.
Then he hits the second one also.
Both of them. He shoots 63% from there. 20 of his last 32.
So 1:40 now remaining in the first half. Tie score. Down low to Matt Smolt to Restovich. Restovich fakes the shot, passes to Fritchie. Fritchie pivots around back to Restovich. Restovich goes to the baseline. Bounce pass to Fritchie.
Oh!
Up and in.
And Restovich is looking for his teammates. That was a great pass there by Restovich.
And the coach always gets nervous when a player goes up in the air first before finding out what to do. But Restovich hung there. He didn't shoot. He bounced past it to Fritchie, and Fritchie put it up and in. So Swenson now back to Conant, inside to Solheim. Solheim guarded by Fritchie. Fritchie tipped it. The pump fake up and off the far side. Solheim with the rebound up and in.
Solheim. The Rockets like to call him the super soft.
Solheim is one of the leading rebounders for that JM team. Fritchie now outside to O'Hare. Guarded by Hurt. O'Hare drives into the paint. Throws it off to the right side, and Smolt was moving the opposite direction, so the ball goes out of bounds and turns over to the Rockets. 38 seconds now remaining before the half. 28-26. You can see it on your screen is our score. And it's been a very exciting game thus far. 7 personal fouls on the John Marshall Rockets. The Mayo Spartans are in the bonus at this point. 5 on the Mayo Spartans. So John Marshall will probably not get into the bonus in the first half. So Lovelace now will bring it ahead for the Rockets. Tie score, I guess, 28-28. That scoreboard is goofy. So we're down to 25 seconds, and they're going to hold it and try to run out the clock here. Mark Lovelace with the ball, holding it near center court. They set up the play. Down to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The shot up by Swenson, and a swish. string music all the way for
3,
Mark
2,
Swenson.
1. The rest of it shoots. Oh!
And he tingled the twine, but it was on the
Tingled.
outside.
And a real exciting first half. The score 30-28. Spartans keeping it close,
And
which is what they've got to do.
And the possession arrow is in the favor of the Mayo Spartans, so they'll start off the second half with the ball, if I understand what's going on over there properly. And now we will have a halftime performance. If you watched the JV game, the B Squad game rather, the Spartan Spirits came on and did a wonderful halftime performance for that game. They are back now and we'll do another one.
They've got a new one.
We'll turn it over to the Spartan Spirits dance line here for halftime of the Mayo JM basketball game, and we'll be back after with the scoring recap. Okay, once again, we'd like to thank the Spartan Spirits dance line. And since we're here live tonight with the Spartan Spirits, we also wanted to let John Marshall have their fair shot. So now we have a videotape produced by some of the students in the television production program at John Marshall High School, and we'll bring that to you now.
Don't forget your plans, always stay in touch. You're gonna need them someday. You said you really cared, said you really tried, and yes, I believed you. But when you said yes, did you mean no? 'Cause I don't believe.
The JM cheerleaders are a major part of the JM school spirit. They're a talented group of young women who, with their big smiles, loud voices, and spirit, get the fans up and cheering for the athletic teams here at JM.
I think we can possibly go to state. And I hope all you guys will come and support us. I know you're coming to all our home games, which is great, and we really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Oh, I think it's pretty fun to be a part of, you know. I think Brady Eubank needs to learn how to shoot.
Well, I think our team is playing real well at this time. We've got a lot of good athletes and a lot of kids that worked real hard at becoming basketball players, and it's starting to pay off. And one of the other exciting things about our season is that we've got a great deal of fan support. Every night we come out, we get all these Rocket fans out there supporting us, and that makes us even work any harder.
We're very good. We just got to find something and give them some competition.
I think the basketball team is doing pretty well, and I'm a manager on the team, and I dish out water.
I don't know anything about the boys' basketball teams.
They're the best in state by far. Big Al's posse is gonna rock with the team.
Actually, I'm second in state for managers right now. I'm a couple votes behind. I'm working on it. I think.
I think we can possibly go to state. And I hope all you guys will come and support us. I know you're coming to all our home games, which is great, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, I think it's pretty fun to be a part of, you know. I think